Hey, finally! I am been having some trouble getting to go live this evening, so bit slower, bit later this evening. I am coming to you from my very quiet house this evening. My hubby is out at fire training. Our bro Pierre has gone out to meet with a few friends, and Scarlett is sound asleep downstairs, and so it's just me and the cat. Can you see the cat? Oh. Right, it's just me and the cat hanging out this evening. So, was having a conversation over the weekend that I have had lots and lots of times before, and makes me a little bit crazy, I have to say. And I have to kind of check my calendar and go, are we in 2018? Yes, we're in 2018. Why are these people still doing it the hard way? So, when the internet became a thing and we first could try it out, and it made, remember that noise it used to make, that dial-up sound? That wasn't a very good impersonation of it, but the dial-up sound that it used to make. And, people didn't think it was really going to take off. It was just going to be kind of gimmicky, and it wasn't going to change too much, really, and it was just kind of a gimmick. And it was there, but, we didn't have to worry about it too much. Now when you look back at those things that certain people used to say, you kind of have to have a giggle, because the internet has just changed every part of our lives. This weekend alone, it impacted our lives numerous ways, from the groceries just showing up, they just have to be put away. No chance of buying those extra naughty things as you walk around the supermarket, so just order it all online and it just shows up, right? Just a really simple way that the internet has changed our life. But what was making me crazy is this conversation. And I have to say, over the last 10 years in business, I have had this conversation numerous times, sometimes with some really phenomenal business people, fantastic business people, but they are holding themselves back because of these stories that they tell inside their business. And what I'm talking about is technology. So I'm going to be a little bit specific because this is the space that I'm playing in at the moment. But, we've had a restaurant for 5 years. The very first thing I did was put in an online booking system the very first day we started, because it saved me team members. Team members didn't have to answer the phone anymore in the same way. People could just book it online. They could book on our Facebook page. They could book on our website. Our team could book people in and immediately see that we were spreading our people out evenly, so that we weren't going to get slammed as a team, whether it be the kitchen or the front of house. We weren't going to get slammed. And so we did it straight away. Yet, when I walk around and go into restaurants all the time, I see them with their book opened up and their handwritten in reservations. So there is a million time wasting activities right there. For starters, someone has to answer the phone, talk to someone, and make the reservation at the appropriate time. If they ring and leave a message and you didn't pick up the phone, and they book when you're already booked, say at 7:30, because everyone loves to eat dinner at 7:30, then you got to call them back and ask them to move to 7 or 7:45 or 8 o'clock so you can fit them in. Then manually your team has to be able to do the maths to work out, how many people can I have in each one of those time slots, and have they arrived yet, and have they seated, and then they cancel or reschedule, and you've got to rub them out and move them somewhere else and do all of that. So that was, we took over the restaurant in 2013. Was the first thing I did. One of the first things I did. But I am still seeing so many restaurants not embracing this technology that's out there. And let me be clear, it's not expensive. I think we pay $150 a month for this piece of software that takes my reservations, reminds people to show up, allows me to take payment for big days like New Year's Eve and Christmas Day, and don't have to follow up with people, processes my gift vouchers, manages my gift vouchers. It just does so much stuff for $150. So, and the way I think about this piece of software is I go, $20 an hour, there or thereabouts, is kind of what I'm paying a team member. Actually, it probably works out more like 25 by the time you add in ACC and all that sort of stuff. But let's go with 20, cost me $150. That is 5, 6, 7, call it 8 hours. Does my piece of software save me 8 hours of my team's time every month? Hell yes. It saves way more than that. Way more than that sort of time. It could save me that in a day at certain times of the year. So it is a key piece of software that saves me a whole heap of time. And I had the same thing with our cruise business, with our tourism product. So we've offered online immediate real-time bookings for nearly 10 years now, nearly a decade. And I am still having people say to me, oh no, but people want to ring and talk to me and they want the personal touch. Well, some might. Those people pick up the phone and ring you. Those that don't will click on a button and book and give you their money without even having to engage with anyone. The customer experience is what the customer chooses it to be. I am not suggesting in any of your businesses that you take away the ability for your guests, your customers, your clients to engage with you personally, to pick up the phone and call you, to send you an email that you'll respond to pop in and see you if that's an option in your business. I'm not suggesting that you take that part of your business out, but I am suggesting that you look at your customer experience and go, is there parts here where we would benefit and the customer, client, guest would benefit from putting a piece of technology in to make this more streamlined, more efficient, and more organized? And I can assure you that over 10 years, the money that has been saved for us in our business by having it automatically and online has been huge. And we still have the personal experience with every single one of our guests that gets on and off our boat. We all know them by first name, we know where they came from, we know about their family, their friends, what they're into. They have a very personal experience with us. But they don't have to talk to us to book, not unless they choose to. And that saves us, over a year, hundreds and hundreds of hours. So, are you being crazy about this? Because those words, they want a personal experience, I want them to be able to get in contact with me, all sound a little bit like, but I've always done it this way. But we've always done it this way. And I can tell you right now that those are the 7 most expensive words you will ever hear in your business. As soon as you hear those words, or some version of that, you need to look very closely at what it is you're talking about and review it. And you probably will find in 2018 that there may be a piece of technology that might just give you back some of your time, give you back some of your energy, and it will certainly save you some money. And I wouldn't mind betting it gives your customers a better client experience as well. So have a look at your business. Are you still doing things on paper? Are you still doing things the old school way because you don't think it's going to catch on, or you think they want the personal touch, or because you've always done it this way? If that's the case, then perhaps it's time for a review of your systems. And if you'd like a hand with that, happy to chat. Pop a comment down below. Have you got a system that you're like doing it the old way? Bits of paper everywhere, you know, team members having to answer a million phone calls when perhaps you could provide that information in a better way to your guests, to your customers, and to your clients. Have a look, have a review, and if you've got any questions about it, reach out below. You know how to do it. Send me a message below, and or send me a PM. Happy to have a private message with you, or flick me a PM with your phone number in it. Happy to have a discussion with you about it. But honestly, those kind of statements in 2018 make me crazy. The internet is here to stay. Apps are here to stay. The technology curve that we're on is only going to get faster and faster, and you really have to get on board, because it's only going to get harder to get on board as it goes faster and faster and further down the track. So stop saying those 7 most expensive words in your business and get on board with some of this technology. I promise you, it will save you time, it will save you money, it will save you energy, it will save you stress and problems. Get on board with it. So I'd love to hear your feedback, love to know what it is that you think you can probably use a little bit of technology to help you out with. Certainly in our restaurants and in our tourism business, reservation systems were, you know, a key part of that. But I'd love to hear, where do you think you can change, or where have you made a change and it's been really impactful for you? Love to hear about it. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Hope you might be having a quiet evening like me with no one in the house. Doesn't happen very often around here. And I will love to talk to you real soon. All right, bye for now.